Hello everyone, that's you into today's first video. So we do a weekend forecast today's first video, and it's much earlier than normal compared to what we normally have it on a Saturday. Normally it would be in the afternoon, but later on today we'll be releasing the final seasonal model roundup for the winter. So we're getting 14 long-range models together. It's a bit of an epic, 14 long-range models together to see what the consensus is for the final time for the winter. That will be released on the homepage around midday, and then later on towards the evening it will be placed on the winter updates page, where there'll be a written report to go with that as well. And then tomorrow we do the final winter update, where we look at things like solar activity and analogues as well. But kicking it all off, it's a weekend forecast. So we're going to have a detailed look at the weather week ahead using the charts from weathercentral.de and the weatheroutlook.com, and you can find the link to both websites on the links page. So I'll get on with weekend forecast in a second. Before I get on with that, just say about the ads. There's links to articles on all pages. Have a browse with you to click through the links if there's any articles that you're interested in. Going to be helping us to pay for the website. Thanks very much for doing that. There's also video ads most of the pages. They open up content when you watch them. It's posted back up again. Helps pay for gas websites. And the shop is open. So if you've got any Christmas shopping to do at Amazon between now and Christmas, just click the green button that takes you to our Christmas shop page. Then from there, click through the Amazon banners. Do your Christmas shopping as normal at Amazon. Because you've gone from gas service to Amazon, we get a revenue fee on the things that you're purchasing. Thanks very much to everybody for doing that. Been a huge success again so far this season. Still got plenty of time to get those Christmas presents out to you. I think a month today is Boxing Day, so still loads of time to get those Christmas presents through. Right, we'll start off with a radar picture. We won't dwell on this too long because it's virtually universally dry across the country. A little bit of shower rain for northern Scotland, but otherwise it's essentially a dry scene at the moment. And not surprising, because high pressure is well and truly in control. Now, the position of that high pressure changed a little bit compared to yesterday. We had some decent sunny spells coming through yesterday, but today we're bringing more cloud back in off the North Sea. So we're starting off with a mix of low cloud, maybe some mist and fog patches in places as well, and a few bright or sunny spells, but they are a little bit on the limited side. Through the day, very little change, so any mist and fog is going to lift into low cloud, and then we might get a few bright sunny spells coming through, but generally quite a lot of cloud floating around today, and a fairly cold day as well. Under that cloud, temperatures generally between around 3 and 8 Celsius. It's cold in the south, and it has been over the past few days. Then we go through to tonight. There's very little change. We'll still be bringing in lots of cloud off the North Sea. So I think fog and frost is probably going to be fairly limited tonight. But the skies might clear a bit across Scotland to allow a frost to develop there later in the night. But otherwise, I think generally a very dry night coming up, with mist and a little bit of low cloud in places, particularly towards the east side. Maybe a little bit of drizzle as well. But temperatures should generally hold up a bit above freezing. If the skies clear and break, there will be breaks floating around. It could get quite cold with temperatures close to freezing. But otherwise, under the cloud generally should be a fairly frost-free night coming up. Through into Sunday, and the high pressure still there to the northeast, bringing in the flow off the North Sea. So again, lots of cloud coming up on Sunday, particularly for England and Wales. I think Scotland, eventually parts of northern England, will have a greater chance of seeing some sunny spells, but further south there will be a fair amount of cloud, and that could be thick enough to produce a few light showers and drizzly bits and pieces coming in off the North Sea, particularly in southern and southwestern parts of the country during the course of Sunday. Temperatures again around 3 to 8 Celsius, so a fairly cold, grey, chilly sort of day. Overnight Sunday, we're going to find the high pressure changing its position again. So by the time we get through to Monday, that high pressure is becoming centred over Germany. That changing the position of high pressure will start to drag in drier air this time from off the continent. So I think skies will break, the cloud will break overnight Sunday into Monday. We'll get clearer spells coming through. That's going to allow temperatures to drop, so it's going to get cold on Sunday night with a widespread frost developing, quite a hard frost in the north, with temperatures potentially going down to -5. Elsewhere, -1, -2. So it'll be a frosty start to Monday, but there should be much more in the way of sunshine. That's the compensating factor. So plenty of sunny spells coming through for Monday, and mostly dry weather once again. But temperatures will be a little bit colder, actually, on Monday, despite the sunshine. Temperatures of just, say, 2 to 7 Celsius, really quite a cold day. And it'll turn even colder on Monday night with a very widespread and potentially quite severe frost, actually. Temperatures could get down to -6, -7 across some parts of the country. So very frosty start to Tuesday. But, again, there will be lots of sunshine coming through, and we'll essentially keep it dry all day on Sunday under this area on Tuesday, I should say, under this area of high pressure. Although later on we will bring in cloud outbreaks rain to the far north of Scotland. But generally a dry day with sunny spells. Cold again though, with temperatures really struggling to get above freezing across some parts of Scotland. And down in the south I think we'll only be up to around 5 or 6 degrees at best. So really quite a cold day indeed on Tuesday. Could be more frost in the south on Tuesday night, but you notice on Wednesday things are changing again with this high pressure. Now it's more centred towards northern parts of France, so milder air is coming in around the top of the high pressure through Wednesday. That'll bring a lot of cloud into Scotland and Northern Ireland, with little bits and pieces of rain and drizzle there. Further south, I think we'll get a fair amount of sunshine on Wednesday, but there will be a frost to begin with, and that could be quite harsh again down in the south. Overall, a milder day, though, on Wednesday, particularly so for the north, despite more cloud and showery bursts of rain through Scotland. Temperatures could be up to around 10 degrees there, whereas down in the south, after that frosty start, we probably only get to around 7 or 8 degrees. Even so, a little bit milder even in the south compared to Tuesday. Wednesday finds high pressure still dominating just to the southwest of the country. We are bringing still quite mild air around the top, so I think we essentially fill this high pressure up with cloud on Thursday. Lots of dry weather, some showery rain in the north of Scotland, otherwise mostly dry with a lot of cloud and limited bright or sunny spells, the best of those down towards the southwest. Temperature's not quite mild, possibly up to around 10 degrees, that is 50 in Fahrenheit. And then things are changing a bit again. It gets quite uncertain at the end of the week and into weekend. There's been this sort of knife-edge scenario about whether we're going to have it cold through the first week of December or whether we get it mild and unsettled through the first week of December. The latest idea is to turn things colder, but still with high pressure dominating. So that high pressure now is building to the west and the northwest of the country on Friday. That's going to start to pull down colder air from the north. Probably some sort of cold front moving southwards through the country on Friday, bringing a band of cloud, maybe a few showers. Then behind that, the air turns colder. The south could still be up to around 8, 9 or 10 degrees, but the north probably seeing temperatures falling down to just 4 or 5 Celsius. And then into the weekend, this is how things are looking for Saturday. It looks cold under this area of high pressure. High pressure is still with us on Sunday, although slightly milder air starting to get back into the northwest of Scotland. So I expect quite a lot of frost over the weekend with decent sunny spells and maybe the chance of some showery bursts of rain coming into the northwest of Scotland by Sunday. But there is a lot of uncertainty, I have to emphasise that, in relation to what's happening at the end of this week and into the weekend. Finally, have a look at the charts and weather outlook. So this is showing plenty of sunshine for today. I think there's going to be more cloud probably than this is suggesting. There will be bright or sunny breaks coming through, but overall quite a lot of cloud today. And the same is true really for Sunday, particularly for England and Wales. I think Scotland and eventually Northern England has a better chance of seeing sunshine on Sunday. But again, further south, lots of cloud, and there will be showery bursts of rain, and overall quite cold as well. Now by Monday we have much more away of sunshine coming through, but it's colder, so there'll be a hard frost to begin with on Monday. But otherwise a nice day, sunny spells, you can wrap up warm, be okay, and going to be mostly dry as well. Quite a severe frost possible on Monday night, leading to again another sunny but cold day on Tuesday. And then on Wednesday things start to change. Milder air coming around the top of the high pressure will introduce a lot of cloud with some showery bits and pieces of rain, particularly so in the north and the west. We keep this milder theme going into Thursday, and then on Friday probably moving a cold front southwards, very weak cold front introducing colder air from the north once again. And overall looking very dry. So in summary, we're going to have a lot of dry weather coming up through the course of the coming week, and it's going to be starting off fairly cloudy, but we will introduce more sunshine by the early part of next week. But temperatures will take a slide, so a cold start to next week with hard overnight frost. Then we get a milder couple of days for the middle part of the week, probably colder again by the end of the week and the weekend. Right, at midday we'll be releasing the final seasonal model roundup for winter of 2016-2017. You'll see what all the models are thinking or suggesting for this winter. Excuse me. And then tomorrow we shall have the final winter update. So big weekend at Gaz Weathers. Keep checking back for all the updates. But that's all for now. Thanks for watching.